Welcome to the lecture session. In this video, I am going to explain the infinite Fourier transform, Fourier sine and cosine transforms. So here are the problems based on the Fourier transform. Find the Fourier transform of f of x as a square minus x square when mod x is less than or equals to a, 0 when mod x is greater than a. So we need to deduce sin t minus t cos t divided by t cube into dt is equals to pi by 4, and the second deduction is sin x minus x sin x by x cube into cos x by 2 dx is equals to 3 pi by 16. This is a very important problem. Let us consider the given equation, that is f of x is equals to let us separate this mod x less than or equals to a, which can be written as minus a less than or equals to x less than or equals to a. And apart from this, any other place if we take also, any other interval if you take also, it will be 0. That is, when mod x is greater than a, it is 0. So only a square minus x square when it is varying between minus a to plus a. Now let's consider the definition. To find out the Fourier transform of f of x is given by f of s is equals to f of x is equals to 1 upon root 2 pi integral minus infinity to plus infinity f of x into e to the power of isx into dx, or f of s is given by 1 upon root pi into integral this f of x is split as from minus infinity to plus infinity can be split as minus infinity to minus a, which is 0 when the function, and minus a to plus a, that time the function is a square minus x square e power I s x, and when we take from a to infinity, again it is going to be 0. So only the middle part, which is non-zero, will be integrated. So when we integrate this, it is a square minus x square into e to the power of I s x, which can be written as cos s x plus I sin sx dx. Now separate the terms, then a square minus x square cos sx into dx plus I is taken outside, a square minus x square into sin sx into dx. Since this part is a odd function, sine function, therefore it will be 0. Let us consider only the cos function. This part will be 0, sine function. So a square minus x square into cos sx dx will be integrated. Now this minus infinity to plus, minus a to plus a can be written as twice of integral 0 to a square minus x square into cos sx dx. Now let us apply the Bernoulli's rule of integration, that is UV rule. Then a square minus x square into cos integral is sin sx by s minus the derivative of a square minus x square will be minus 2x into integral of the integrated function, which is minus cos sx by s square, plus again the derivative of this 2x will be minus 2, and integral of cos will be minus sin x divided by s square, and the limit is 0 to a. Now when we substitute 0 to a, the term which is the first term will be a square minus a square, which will be 0, and the second term, it is 2a minus into minus into minus, it will be minus only 2a into cos as divided by s square plus 2 into, this is minus into minus, it is plus 2 into sin as divided by s square. When we substitute the lower limit, that is 0, all the three terms will be 0, because when we substitute 0, sin 0 is 0. In the second term, since x is multiplied, therefore it will be 0. Whereas in the third term, again sin 0 will be 0. Therefore, all the three terms will be 0 when we substitute the lower limit. Now, we are getting 2 divided by root 2 pi into 2 sin as divided by s cube minus 2a into cos as divided by s square, or sin as by taking the 2 common, 4 divided by root 2 pi into sin as by s cube minus a cos as divided by s cube. Then Therefore, f of s is given by 4 divided by root 2 pi into sin as minus as cos as divided by s cube. We will get it. Let us do the deduction part. So, integral 0 to infinity sin t minus t cos t divided by t cube into dt is pi by 4. This is what we need to deduct. For any deduction, we need to consider the inverse Fourier transform. So, inverse Fourier transform of f of s is given by f of x is equals to 1 upon root 2 pi integral in minus infinity to plus infinity f of s into e power minus isx ds. So, substitute the f of s what we have obtained in the result. So, when we substitute here, put x as 0, a as 1, then we have f of 0 is equals to 1 minus 0 which is 1. Then f of 0 is equals to 4 divided by 2 pi integral minus infinity to plus infinity sin s minus s cos s divided by s cube into e power minus 0 which is 1. That is sin s minus s cos s divided by s cube into ds. So, by simplification 2 by pi into twice of, instead of minus infinity to plus infinity, we will write it as 0 to infinity into 2. Then this is the odd functions, therefore we can write it this is an even function, so we can write it as 2 from into 0 to infinity sin s minus s cos s divided by s cube into ds. So, this is what is the I we are getting. Now, on simplification, we get this result and replace s with the t, we get the first deduction what is required, that is sin t minus t cos t divided by t cube is equals to pi by 4. Next one, second deduction, sin x minus x cos x divided by x cube into cos x by 2 dx is equals to 3 pi by 16. Again, by using the inverse Fourier transform of f of s, f of x, the formula we will consider. Then f of x is equals to 1 upon root 2 pi into 4 divided by root 2 pi into sin as minus as cos as divided by s cube into e power minus isx. Let us simplify this one. We will expand this cos as minus I sin sx into dx and separate the terms, multiply cos sx with this one minus I times of sin sx with the term. So, we will be getting two terms, and out of the two terms, this sin term will become 0 because it is an odd function. Only the cos term needs to be considered. So, when we consider this one, we will put x is equals to half and a is equals to 1. We have f of half is equals to 3 by 4. Therefore, f of half is equals to 4 by pi into integral 0 to infinity sin s minus s cos s divided by s cube into cos of s by 2. It is almost the required format we have. Now, take the constant to the other side, then it will be 3 pi by 16. Then it is exactly the form what we have required, but now we replace s by x, we get the required result. Find the Fourier transform of f of x and hence deduce that sin t minus t cos t divided by t cube is equals to pi by 4. This is similar to the previous problem. So, f of x is given by 1 minus x square when it is varying between minus 1 to plus 1. So, to find the f of s, let us consider the definition and let us separate the minus infinity to plus infinity limits as minus infinity to minus 1 when we take it is 0, minus 1 to plus 1 if you take it is 1 minus x square, and 1 to infinity if we take it is 0. So, only the middle part we get it, and in that e to the power of isx is aggregated as cos sx plus I sin sx. Now, f of s is given by 1 minus x square cos sx and 1 minus x square sin sx. In that again sin sx part is an odd function, therefore it will be 0. Only the cos function will be integrated by using the integration by Bernoulli's rule. U into integral of v, that is cos sx integral is sin sx by s minus derivative of 1 minus x square is minus 2x and integral of sin is minus cos sx by s square, and again the derivative of 2 will be minus 2, 2x is minus 2 and the integral of cos will be sin sx by s cube. Substitute the limits, that is 0 to 1, and we have the first term as 0 because 1 minus 1 is 0, and first term, so totally it will be 0. The second term 2 into 1 minus cos s divided by s square and sin sx divided by s cube. Only this part we will get it. When we substitute the lower limit, all the terms are going to be 0. So this on simplification, we get 2 sin s divided by s cube minus 2 cos s divided by s square, and sin s divided by taking the 2 common, sin s by s cube minus s cos s divided by s cube. So we are getting pi by 4. First one is pi by 4, we have to do the deduction. So in order to do the deduction, we will consider the inverse Fourier transform. And put x is equals to 0, we have f of 0 is 1. So f of 0 is equals to 1, that is 4 by pi into sin s minus s sin s cos s divided by s cube into ds. So what we are getting is, on simplification, 4 by pi into sin s minus s cos s divided by s cube into ds, and that is given by 5 by 4. Replace s with the t, we get the required deduction. So definition of the self-reciprocal. What is a self-reciprocal function? A function is said to be self-reciprocal under the Fourier transform if f of x is equals to f of s. And it is said to be a self-reciprocal under Fourier sine transform if fs of f of x is f of s. Similarly for cos, when it is fc of f of x is f of s. Example, find the Fourier transform of e power minus a square x square and hence deduce that e power minus x square by 2 is self-reciprocal under the Fourier transform. Show that it is self-reciprocal under the Fourier transform. Either this way they can ask, or they can ask this way the question. Consider the Fourier f of x as e power minus a square x square. The Fourier transform is given by 1 upon root 2 pi into integral minus infinity to plus infinity f of x. Substitute this function, and since the bases are same, the powers get added. Then we will do the integration. And before that, we have the formula. You can recollect it. And f of e to the power of minus a square x square is equals to 1 upon root 2 pi into this. And when we take this e to the power of minus of, by using this formula, a square x square minus isx can be written as ax minus is by 2a the whole square plus s square by 4a square, which we can apply here. Then together we can write it as ax minus is by 2a the whole square and e to the power of minus s square by 4a the square into dx. So what we are getting is e to the power of minus ax minus is by 2a the whole square into dx. Put t as ax minus is by 2a, dt will be a dx. Okay, then what we are getting is e to the power of minus t square into dt by a. All this part is a constant part. And e to the power of minus t square is equals to root pi by using the gamma function. Now let us put x is equals to 1 by root 2. Then we get f of e to the power of minus x square by 2 is equals to e to the power of minus x square by 2. Hence it is a self-reciprocal under the Fourier transform. Thank you.